Hello everyone, and welcome to Pitch It To Me Baby, the show where we take it upon ourselves to create brand new original characters for the Talk Slot Boys cinematic universe using nothing but a few shitty prompts and our minds. And today, I'm joined here. My name's Tyler, by the way. I fucked up this intro, but I'm not gonna restart again. My name's Tyler, and I'm the host. My co-hosts are here with me, and one of them is named Kyle. Say hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Good job.
Thanks.
And then there's Chipper. Say hi, Chipper.
Hola, Chipper.
It was close. And then we got Brennan here too today.
Hello, Brennan.
Tight.
Everyone's just confused now.
Yeah, it was a shitty intro, and it's the second episode of the show. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care enough to restart, so we're just gonna go for it.
Let's go.
Right. We're hot shit now with the DGD podcast.
Oh yeah. So Brennan, this is your first time on this show.
Oh yeah,
How are you
first
feeling?
timer.
Are you hyped up?
Oh, I can't fucking wait, dude.
Awesome sauce. Well, do you know how the show works, Brennan?
I have a general idea, but why don't you enlighten me?
Cool. I'll go in depth for you and anyone else who doesn't know how the show works. Basically, like I said, we're just gonna be making up a crazy random character to add to our cacophony of assholes in the Talk Slot Boys cinematic universe. So we're gonna have prompts in the form of one noun, one verb, and one adjective randomly generated, and we're going to use those to help inspire us to create the latest hero or villain in the Talk Slot Boys cinematic universe. So, without further ado, I'm gonna start rolling out these words.
Oh, dang. Pick them. Pick them words.
All right, first up, we got our noun. It's guitar.
Oh shit,
Wow.
this is gonna be a rad hero.
Interesting.
Our verb is not loading. Hold on. Is stretch.
Oh yes.
And our adjective is... Jesus, this site is garbage.
just
Tasteful. So we have tasteful, guitar, and stretch. I feel like these are some great words.
This
is
a lot of
fantastic.
potential here.
Oh, my lord.
Starting thoughts from anybody. Does anybody have any general ideas off the bat?
Obviously, we're gonna have a rock star of a hero. I think it has to be hero.
Oh, for sure.
Because heroes are
Oh,
rock
yeah.
stars.
Yeah. Heroes are also tasteful, you know? I've never seen a
This-
villain that was tasty.
That's true. This dude plays tasteful jams. So I
He's
think
got the tasty riffs. Yeah.
Ooh. Man, what is this, Will Swan?
Might as well be.
Well, I feel like, are we going to go like the elastic guy route because of stretch, or like how do we want to incorporate stretch? Because I feel like guitar and tasteful kind of like link together pretty well. It's just a dude that plays guitar tastefully. But like the stretch is, I feel like, where this gets interesting.
Or he could be a physical guitar that stretches the neck out, and he can achieve chords that nobody else can achieve.
Oh my god.
He can hit higher and lower notes than anyone
he
else
can literally
before.
make like the tastiest riffs of all time because he can extend his guitar neck as long as he wants.
Well, hold on.
That's incredible.
So I'm imagining this, right? So I want it to be a dude dressed in a guitar costume. So like he still has arms and legs, and like he's butt naked in the back. He has leather jeans on and everything. Like he's just a regular rock star, but then he has like a real guitar attached to him that he can stretch his neck out, but like his face is part of the guitar. So like
So you're saying like the neck of the guitar is like his actual neck?
yes, like it's part
So
of the
he can like stretch it out and then like strums on his neck.
yeah, he just like plays like tasty beats.
I love
on his
that.
neck.
Okay, wait.
Yeah,
What if it's like
Yeah,
a
like-
tattoo, like a neck tattoo, and then he can like, it's just like, oh look, this tasteful neck tattoo, and then it like he becomes the guitar, like he can like transform into a guitar, so that way like he looks like a rando person, like everyday dude.
Yeah, like
he
what if
looks-
he looks like
Ooh, okay.
what if he looks like a normal dude, and then whenever it's time to like whip into action, all of a sudden his neck just stretches.
Yeah, like what if you know how like the typical superheroes, they wear like their costumes like under their normal clothes, they like rip their normal clothes off and you like see the costume. Like what if for him, his way of transforming is he just like he hears crime and then he just like strums his neck and then he just transforms into a guitar and then just like runs off.
The lore is that like his vocal cords become the strings of the guitar.
Yes. So like every time he talks, it's like it's not auto-tuned, but it's like distorted like an electric guitar. So he just talks music.
He's playing breakdowns with his neck.
I imagine that like his backstory is that he's like a struggling musician, but like when he becomes like the hero, everyone loves him and thinks he's a fantastic musician, but he can't like give up his identity being a really good musician as like neck strum or whatever the fuck we're gonna call him.
I think he should be raised as a Mormon, so he's not allowed to like believe in music or whatever. But then he turns into a guitar and is like the most legendary rock star of all time. But he has to like keep up appearances so he doesn't get kicked out of the Mormon culture.
Yeah, okay. So you're saying he's basically like JD in what's that? Pick of that. JD
Tenacious D.
Yeah, Tenacious D. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
That's the whole story. He's just like not allowed to listen to any kind of like rock music or anything because he's a Mormon. And then like he branches out. He's like, I need to listen to rock, and he, I don't know, somehow gets involved with a heavy metal band, and they like, I don't know, it has to be something with like he ventures out and something bad happens to him and he gets like mutated or something.
I feel like he goes out to protest a rock concert, but he falls in a vat of radioactive guitar strings.
Or what if
it was Ernie Ball factory.
Or how about instead of him protesting, he goes like against like his parents' wishes to a concert?
Oh, that's more interesting, yeah.
Yeah, like he like sneaks out like with his friends and they're like, "Oh, fuck you, you know, I'm going to Warped Tour or something." And then like next thing you know, he falls into that vat.
There's a vat at Warped Tour.
Behind the scenes, there's like some like demonic shit going on with the band, and all of a sudden, whoop, slip right into the vat.
Yeah, like Ernie Ball himself is there, like, concocting some like magic strings made out of like the tendons of sacrificed children. And Mormon Andy sees too much, and then he's like, "Oh no, I don't believe in music. I can't be here." And he's like, "No, you will be the music. Ernie Ball, stop touching me." And then he just like tattoos things into his neck, and then
tarnishing the name of Ernie Ball right now. I don't know if we can run with this.
Well, you think he would be happy with that?
I don't think Ernie Ball would
get the
feel
rights
great
to
about
Ernie Ball for our.
Okay, what about Bernie Eel? I don't know.
Bernie Hall.
Oh wait, it could be Bernie Sphere.
What?
Because it's like
Bernie
a wall,
Round,
but it's not Bernie Round.
Bernie Round. No, it's gonna be a metal name. I don't know.
Unicorn Slayer.
Wait, what?
Ooh, what about Jack Slither?
Wait, are we talking about the name for the villain or the hero?
Oh, is there? Okay, so is Ernie Ball the villain?
Yeah. I want him to be, but for the sake of copyright, we will change it to like Bernie Round or whatever the fuck.
No, I think it needs to be more creative. Like,
what's more creative than Bernie Round? Fucking nothing.
Definitely not that. Anything, honestly.
What if we named him Bert?
I like that.
I don't know, like Bert and then like Sphere.
Bert Cube, I don't know.
Bert Sphere.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Something
Bernie
like
Round.
Ball. I mean, I'm down for Bert Round.
I still like Bernie Round. It has a nice ring to it.
It has a nice ring, but I feel like that would be like a sidekick name because that sounds too like not villainous at all.
Dude, we came up with villain names in the Villain podcast that are just rando dude names. Didn't we have a guy that was just like Orange Julius or some shit?
I think we do. I think you're right. I think we can go with it.
We're worried about
it was Jedediah Jamba. That's what it was. So we have that. We can definitely roll with Bernie Round, I think.
Okay, we can go with Bernie Round. You're right.
Yeah.
And then like his name is like Dr. Round or something.
No, his evil name is
Shredaround.
Dr. Moshketeer.
Dr. Moshketeer.
Dr. Moshketeer.
Oh my god.
He's
like a
part.
French
He's part
dude.
of the Three Moshketeers, who are like dudes who go out to pits to just like slay mosh bosses.
Ooh.
So it should like Moshketeers. So should it be like Doctor Moshketeer, Mister, and like I don't
Doctor
know,
Moshketeer, Mr. Moshketeer, and
Ms.
then Ms. Moshketeer.
Well, let's think about this. 'Cause
And they wear like the
Musketeers-
big like hats like with the feather plumes like the Three Musketeers wore, and like the frilly neck things, but they also wear like trips and wife beaters.
Oh yeah, and then
Okay, I was
they go
gonna
crowd
say-
killing.
I don't know if they should be called like the Keteers, because Musketeers are good people.
I guess so.
You have a point, but I don't know if I like it.
I just think
I love
Moshketeer
the
is too good of a
names.
name to waste.
Well, okay, hold on. Okay, so what if our main character is part of the Moshketeers? Like, that's the good people.
Okay.
What
I
about
can
the
roll
three
with that. I
Amiibros?
can roll with that.
So what about the three Amiibros?
Ooh,
That's not inherently musical though.
No, it's not.
yeah.
But then Moshketeer, well, Mosh, but like Musketeer really isn't either.
Yeah, but it's
no,
just a
not
pun to fit mosh in.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Oh,
I mean, I'm okay with the idea of making the heroes a trio. We would just have to
That
come
would
up
be
with
rad.
another guy to go with like next stretch guitar strum boy.
Well, obviously there would be a drummer.
Right.
Then we'd have probably a vocalist who like he could like stretch his mouth out to be just like a giant like
Like a speaker.
megaphone basically. Yeah, just a giant speaker. Yeah.
he's just a giant monitor.
Or he could be a bass player and like no one like gives him any kind of recognition,
Ooh, he's
and he's just kind of there in the background, and like he's always the one who is like integral to like the three actually succeeding, but since he's the bass player, like no one gives him any credit. Like they take pictures of them for magazines, and he gets like Mike Wazowski'd out of them. Like
yeah. He slowly kills you with depression.
yeah.
What if his power was he was able to like shake your insides like you're like really close at a show?
Ooh, I
Ooh,
like that.
yeah.
You know, like
I like that.
if you're
The
like
Rumbler.
front and center and like you hear just like the like most epic breakdown ever, and you hear like your insides just fucking churning, and you're like, oh my god. But like,
I-
but like in a bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can do
I
it like
think
to the degree that like it literally like jostles your innards into like applesauce, and you just like die from the inside out.
Yeah, just from like extreme like amount of bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
like-
but he can like choose who it like affects. So obviously he's not hurting his buddies too.
Yeah. Also, I like to think that in the same way that the guitar dude kind of stretches into a guitar, he just stretches into a bass. So they just look like these two like ridiculous looking like people that just have like guitar bodies with like their heads on top, and then like the drummer maybe could just turn into like a Gundam made of drums.
That would be so cool. Holy shit. Because like the thing
like-
I was imagining was like you know how like people like to like pat their legs or shit. Like what if like parts of his legs became like the different drums, and like he like played the drums like that, and like a Gundam.
He's just like ham boned on himself.
Yeah, but it's
Like,
actually
those
drums.
Zamboni.
When he starts ham boning hard enough, he like he fucking turns into drums.
I love. Yeah, that's how he activates it. He has different drums like tattooed on like all over his body, and he has to like hit all of them in like quick succession, and then he just turns into like a Gundam made of drums.
It's like a Dave and Buster's game.
Can they have a vehicle as a trio that is called the Hamboni Zamboni?
Oh my.
Sure, why not?
Like the drummer owns it, and he calls it that because you know that's his thing. But like they all ride in it as like a little like fucking like cool van that they that.
Oh yeah, well, they just like start hitting it, like it's made out of drums and like basses and guitars, and they just start like hitting it and strumming it, and that's what makes it go like faster and stronger, and it just like
shit.
plows through the enemies and just like kills them and whatnot.
Yeah, it's powered by
then-
tasty grooves.
Yes, and then
Tasteful
whenever
grooves.
the drummer hits it, it turns into his tattoos or whatever, and it gets him into his what was he like a Megazord?
Like a
or
Gundam.
whatever?
Yeah,
Gundam,
drumming Gundam.
Just imagine like he has like Hulkbuster Iron Man armor made of drums, I guess.
Yes, I would love that.
He just has pearl drums everywhere.
Yeah. He's like unofficially sponsored by Pearl. That's the thing, like it's Pearl brand drums, but like he fucking hates Pearl and he wants Yamaha. But like so like Pearl keeps trying to give him all these like endorsements, and like every time he does anything good, it's like really good for Pearl's brand. But he's like, fuck, I hate Pearl.
Yeah,
I'm a Yamaha man.
He's like really into truth.
Yeah.
Like,
So like is the guitar guy gonna be like the leader of the group then?
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
then
oh yeah.
He's the vocalist as well. So
Yeah.
got you.
You know that meme I shared of the dude from like Arthur or whatever?
Yes.
Where like like what if the guitar guy's ability is like he's able to play like such epic like, you know, sound to where like that happens to people where they're just like daydreaming and like the rest of the band just comes in and like wrecks them.
I like that.
I mean, I like that. He's kind of like, so he would kind of be like a bard from D&D who can like cast spells by playing music on people and just like put them in a trance or like hurt them in other ways.
Yeah, maybe he can just like fucking like hypnotize people like with his like tasteful grooves from his stretched neck.
Yeah, he can like literally just stop violence from happening because his grooves are so smooth. And like
But then
they'll just hear it and they'll just like go into like a trance and be like, oh, what the fuck? What? This is I can't even comprehend the sounds that I'm hearing right now. And then while they're like just like stupefied by the sound, then like drum guy will just come and like double kick his asshole until it's paste.
and then the bass guy will just turn everyone innards into fucking applesauce.
Yeah, so they're like fucking can't move, and then they're like tranced into not being able to think, and then the drum guy's just like
yeah. Drum guy also like throws like zildjians to like cut people's heads off.
He throws them like fucking Captain America shields.
Yeah. Exactly.
He really wants Sabian symbols, but he has Zildjian instead.
Yeah.
I like his whole character.
He's just like has all the brands that he hates.
It's so
That's
awesome.
all they can afford as a band.
He has like he has like Vic Firth sticks and he's just like fuck.
he has a fucking Peisty China symbol, but he really wants Wuhan.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so we have their powers. We need names for these characters.
Can the main character be Strumley?
Yes.
Strum
I love that.
Strumley.
At least it's like his human name.
Wait, that's what you want his regular walking around name?
No,
He's a
this
Mormon who was born named Strumley.
No.
He's not allowed to listen to
No, that's his hero name. That's his superhero
That's gotta
name.
be his hero name, dude.
Strum.
What if it was like Strum Stretchly or like Stretch Strumley? Because
No,
like,
he doesn't. I don't think it
stretches-
has to incorporate the stretching part.
All right.
Well, I think the only
I think-
stretching thing would just be his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Strumley is great. I think it's catchy. It sounds superhero-y. It's hilarious.
Yes.
And then like we have Bass Bassley is the bass player, and then we have Drumley is the drummer.
No, this can't be.
I don't know. I'm kind of on board with all this. For the Moshketeers.
Well, what-
They sound similar.
I don't know. I think it fits the team aesthetic if all of their names
I
are like
agree.
the exact same thing.
I'm with Tyler on this one. That sounds perfect, honestly.
No.
Well, then what do you have, Brennan? Can you...
Yeah, come up with something better. It's a package deal. If you want Strumley as the main one, then it has to be all three of them named the same thing. It's a package deal.
Okay, here's my
Boss.
proposition here is that like
All right.
Strumley isn't guitarly, but we name the other ones Bassly and Drumly. So like, is there something we can do like a playing thing that we can name them so they're not just what they are? Because
See, I was thinking-
Strumley's clever because it's not guitarly, you know?
Okay, so we have Slapley as the bass player.
Yes, that's what I want. I'm down with that.
Slaply.
And then we have the drumming one is like so just like Hitly, but that's stupid.
Badum Tishley.
What about...
Wait, what did you say?
Badum Tishley.
Yes, yes, it has to be that. Yes. Oh, I love it. Okay, so Strum Strumly, Slap Slaply, and Badum Tishly, the Three Moshketeers.
That's way better.
It's fucking incredible.
And they all have tattoos that become their instruments when they play them.
Yes.
Oh my god. I think the bass guy should have it like on his arm and like he like reaches his arm across and like starts playing it. And then the one has it on the neck and the other one has it on the legs. That way it like makes it like round.
I like to think then that like if the bass player has it on his arm, that like his body turns into a bass, but like it's fucking sideways. So like his head is sitting on top,
Yes.
and then his
Oh my
one
God.
arm is like the neck of the bass, and then he just has like one stubby arm on the side to like pluck the strings.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yes.
But he has really big hands.
Oh yeah.
This is like the cooler
Okay.
version of the Hex Girls. Like
I don't even know
from
what that is.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh my god, I forgot they existed. The vampire.
This is what I wanted the Hex Girls to be. Was just the actual instruments. This is the cooler version.
Yeah, Scooby Doo was a little more subtle about their
Yeah.
their superhero trio.
So wait,
So-
are we gonna go with was it Bernie Round as our villain?
Yes, Bernie
You
Round,
might as well, yeah.
owner of Bernie Round Strings, is the is the villain. He
Yes.
he forms his he makes his strings so high quality because he sacrifices people in the pit and then like takes their carcasses and then does like dark magic on it and then converts all of the fibers of their body into his strings and he sells them.
Ooh, okay. So that gives me an idea for their backstory then. I think these were three teenagers going to their first concert, right?
Sure.
And they ended up backstage or something where like Ernie Round was like inviting people to the backstage so he can grind up their bodies or whatnot, right?
Oh god.
And they got back there by sneaking back, and he's like, you guys aren't supposed to be back here, but you guys can join the party. And then, like, you know, they're having fun and whatnot, and they sneak back there, and they sneak back to, like, the string pit or whatever, where he's grinding people up, and they're like, oh no, we have to tell people about this. And he looks and sees them, and he, like, grabs them and pushes them in and says, you'll never be able to tell anybody about this, because you're gonna die and become my strings, my little puppets. And then they fall in, except for one of them grabs onto the edge of the pit, and Bernie Round runs away or walks away or whatever, thinks they're dead or whatnot, and they just get radiated by the strings and the ground up people, and they pull themselves out and they come out with like radiated powers and whatnot, and they don't find out until like the next day or whatever.
I like that.
That was so in depth. Like you just read a story to me.
Right.
I love it.
Yes.
I
think
love
it makes
that.
sense. And like, you know, they're going back there to make like going backstage to make like what's it called? Fuck, when you connect with other people.
Talk?
Networking.
Network.
Yes, networking. Sorry, I'm gonna shun it.
That's the fucking moral of the story is don't network.
Yeah,
That's the moral.
well, no, like, because they wanted to network with Ernie Round, obviously, and they're like corporate, and basically their message is like corporate hags or corporate posers or losers and whatnot. Make your own brand, but they were in their own brand or their own band, and they were trying to, you know, get with Ernie Round because like that was their idol or whatever.
Oh yeah, like they'd use Bernie Round strings their entire life, and they wanted to get like him to officially sponsor them, and like get on because they were like gonna get on a record label or something. So that's why they go to like meet up with him, and then they see too much, and then he tries to like kill him.
Exactly.
But instead of getting killed, they get the magic radiated tattoos all over their bodies.
Yeah, they like they get through and they like all wake up. They all have tattoos on their weird spots in their body. They're like, oh man, I don't remember getting this tattoo last night. That must have been a rad concert. And then the lead singer was like, I think something happened weird last night, guys. Like I remember falling into a pit, and then the other two were like, no, that never happened. And then they wake up with their powers and shit. And
then, oh man, the way he finds out his power, he just sits there. He's trying to try to remember what happened last night. He goes like, and he like puts his hand on his neck and like scratches it, and his neck just stretches into a guitar.
He's like, oh god,
and he screams, but it's just like beautiful music.
And
It's
it,
like his like all of his like voice and vocal cords are like the the strings. So when he screams, it's just like they're like, "Whoa, you can shred!" And then like it just they find out that they're the people.
the Moshketeers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
They don't come up with the name themselves. They have one of the tattoos just says like your team name is the Three Moshketeers. It's like
Or
right.
it's like Tenacious D, where like it's on their ass.
Yeah.
But, like they have to put all their asses together to get Moshketeers.
Yes.
Like one of
No.
them says 3, has the number 3. One of them says Moshka, and the other one has like teardrops, and then they put it together.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Because they shove their asses together before they play shows. It's like a tradition. So
Every day. Yeah.
when they
Yeah,
do,
it
it's
is.
like, whoa.
Yeah, the first time we did it to a show, the crowd was like, "No, don't do that." Boom, and it's become a tradition.
And then
And I think at the beginning of the movie, when they're like practicing together, they're like, "What should we call our band?" And like one of the bassists is like, "We should call ourselves the Three Moshketeers." And the other two like, "That's ridiculous and stupid." And then just like later in the movie, after that whole like incident happens with them, they're like, "Nah, this is not happening. We're not the Three Moshketeers." They're like, "Yeah, we are." And
I thought
just, like,
thought you were gonna say like the bass player suggested. They're like, no, that's fucking dumb. And then later in the movie, they see the ass tattoos and they're like, oh, the Three Moshketeers. Oh, what a great name! Why didn't any of us come up
Ooh,
with
that's
that?
a good way.
And
Yeah, that's a good way too. That would work
Slaps
perfectly.
Lapley's just sitting in the corner like, yeah, fucking come on, guys.
My
Oh.
name's
Yeah,
Slap
okay.
Slappy because I keep getting slapped in the face. Like, he just keeps these ideas keep getting slapped away.
Yeah, like he's the guy who always has like the really good ideas, but then like no one ever listens to him. But then they like repeat it back like it's their own idea and like don't give him credit.
Ooh, and that would kind of go good with like the first movie / comic. Like, Ernie Round like sees that they're not appreciating him, so he tries to turn him, and then like he goes through a whole character arc of like, you know what, they do respect me, they're just having fun with me and whatnot, and then like he turns on Ernie Round. He's like, no, you shred, and he just
He's like, oh god, my insides.
yeah.
I also
Applesauce.
think that like as far as like the villain things go, I think that Bernie Round's like higher ups are like the mosh bosses, and they're just like
Okay.
these dudes who are also infused with like the stuff, and they just get like real big, and they can like take down anybody in the pit, and that's like so they have to like fight them. They have to like go to different shows and try to like find the mosh bosses before they can like knock people out and take them back to the shredder to get strung.
Okay.
What if
To
all
get
of the mosh
strong.
bosses are like just like defects of like trying to create like a musician, and like they each have like a limb as an instrument? like they're like malformed because like they have like a trumpet coming out of like their shoulder or something, or like
They go to a ska show or something?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about many mosh pits at ska shows.
You've never been to a real big Fish concert. Yeah, I like that.
I saw them at
yeah.
Warped Tour. They're pretty lit.
They were amazing.
Yeah, I think this. I really like these characters, dude.
Yeah.
This worked.
Okay, so we have to have. Obviously, their whole deal is they want to become a band, but they also want to expose Bernie Round.
Right.
Then Bernie Round, obviously, is seeing like, oh, they're posting all this stuff about me. How did they survive? And like he sends out the mosh bosses to go find them and kill them, basically.
Yeah. He's like, I know they're gonna be moshing at some point. They're musicians. They always mosh. My bosses will
happened
be
to the
there. They'll
Mormonism?
fuck 'em up." Well, we kind of dropped that. I think it got written out.
All right, I dig
They
it.
were just 3 teens. Like, let's say they're like 17, something like that. They're about to get
Yeah.
adulthood, and they're like, "This is our last concert, our last hooray, our last chance to be a band,
Our last
to make
chance
it
to see
in the
Bernie
world."
Round.
Yes, Well, no, Bernie. They could always see Bernie around there at a good concert, but like this is our best chance because like.
Oh, we act like Bernie Round just goes to concerts, like Ernie Ball just like shows up at shows and tosses out.
That's our world, Tyler. That's how we're doing this.
Fair enough.
He goes to the concerts to get the people to grind them into strings.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that's what the
this
mosh
is like
bosses were for, so he doesn't have to be directly involved.
Okay, but this is like the biggest concert, so like he makes an appearance, okay?
Yeah.
And that's why he's there.
It's at it's not Warped Tour. It's like Twisted Show.
Okay, yeah. I guess that works.
What about Twisted Fest?
Yeah, Twisted Fest.
I was thinking like Twisted Travel or something instead of tour.
Fucking
Shredfest, baby.
I have one, but I can't think of. Give me like 1 minute. I'll come up with something great.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay, all right.
And while you come up with it, here's a word from our sponsor.
Howdy folks, it's Bernie Rand here, your greatest, favoriteest musicianist person ever. You've never seen anybody greater. You love me, and I'm here to tell you about something so great, my new product. You're going to be able to buy it all over the place in all the stores ever. It's going to be so good. They're brand new, indestructible guitar strings. Now you're telling me, Bernie, what the heck, Bernie? You're so handsome, how could you also make great guitar strings? And I know, I keep getting letters, I keep getting emails, I keep getting people knocking on my door at night, really late at night. Please go away. They're telling me, gosh darn it, Bernie, the guitar strings are snapping. I can't take it no more. Well, don't you worry, because now these new indestructible guitar strings that are definitely humanely made, they're not made with anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with them. Nothing. Don't even look into it. Definitely not people. It's fine. They're gonna be great. They don't break. They're never gonna break. You put them on your guitar, boom, you're a musician. You're gonna be great. And you don't have to worry about anything else about the guitar strings other than that they're great. You're gonna buy them, gonna give me your money, and you're gonna be so gosh darn happy. Don't worry about how they're made. Like I said, it's gonna be fine. Just buy them. Thank you. The Talk Slop Boys let me put my good old promotional thing in here and back to your regularly scheduled programming. I love you. Mwah.
Call 1-800-577-8038. That's 1-800-577-8038. Limited time offer. Not available in stores. It is made in Britain. Beware of imitators. May cause heart attack, stroke, and death. Use with caution. Call 1-800-577-8038. That's 1-800-577-8038.
Call it Contortion Quest.
Contortion
Ooh, I
Quest.
like it. Yeah, there we go.
Torsion Quest.
Give him a good minute to Google something.
I wasn't Googling, I was just thinking. Swear to God, I haven't touched my phone since I looked at the words.
Bro, do you want to go to Contortion Quest this year?
I love it, dude. It's awesome. It sounds awesome. I like it.
Yeah, that,
Well, damn. I think
This one went pretty smoothly, honestly. I don't know if there's anywhere else to go with these guys.
Yeah, I think we really, it kind of wrote itself. You know?
Yeah.
That's where we're going.
So, is there anything else we want to try to add, or do we want to go over to Clancy with that recap?
Dude,
I think well, let's think about what we've made so far, right? We've made the Three Moshketeers.
Mm-hmm. Strum
We got
Strumling,
the-
Slap Slapply, and Badum
Badum
Tishley.
Tishley.
Yeah.
Like the
We have their backstory. We have their epic redemption battle. There's a whole character arc with Slap Slapply. We got that.
The
I
mosh
think we
bosses
got
are
everything in there,
distorted
honestly.
mutants.
we got like
Yeah.
Badum Tishley having a unique character because he hates all the instruments that he has on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The brands.
He hates all
he's
his
the comic
gear.
relief.
Yeah. Because his life is a fucking joke. But,
Yeah.
Ish.
I hate you, Ted. I heard that. Yeah, I think we have everything. I think we can take it to Clancy for the
All right.
the recap.
Cool! Clancy! Do it! Make it cool. Talk, please.
Clancy, pitch it to me, baby.
Oh, you said the thing!
Whoa!
Oh damn, it's your rocking robot boy, Clancy, back at it again with another dramatic recap. Today's is a story of three musically inclined friends with a common obsession for getting nasty in the pit and purchasing the most coveted brand of strings on the market. Manufactured by the legendary Bernie Round. The three young men travel to their very first concert being held by Bernie himself, in hopes of meeting the mythic man behind the strings. Their dreams come true as Bernie spots them and offers them a chance to come backstage for a behind-the-scenes tour of scene kid proportions. All is not as wondrous as it first appeared though, as the boys soon learn of the monstrous magician of malice that Bernie Round truly is. As it turns out, Mr. Round has the ability to harness the darkest of metalcore magic to transfer the dead victims of his personal mosh bosses into the very strings that the world has grown to cherish. Their deep and bassy tones are actually the pitch-shifted screams of their fiber-optic victims. The three friends are Bernie's latest target, and as they are led backstage they are thrown into a raging mosh pit of Mr. Round's brutal mosh squad. However, the quick-thinking leader of the group manages to grab hold of the edge of the stage and pulls himself and his comrades to safety before the mosh bosses can beat their young supple bodies into paste. The boys then wake up at home, away from danger, thinking the event to be little more than a nightmare. When the boys reunite, however, they discover that they have strange tattoos on each of their asses, each reading a different word. The first says 3, the second Moshke, and the final one being a picture of several teardrops. They soon realize that these tattoos are the result of being exposed to Bernie Round's dark magic, and with them they have attained the ability to harness the power of music itself. It is through this musical transformation process that the three friends become the Three Moshketeers. The leader of the group takes the name of Srim Strumley, and his body takes the form of an electric guitar. The second member of the group becomes Slap Slaply, embodying the form of a bass guitar. And finally, the final member of the trio is Boojum Tushley, whose body essentially becomes a man-sized Gundam wing made of various drums and percussive objects. Together, the Three Moshketeers travel the country attending more Bernie Round concert events in the hopes of stopping his malicious and heinous acts of musical madness. But in order to achieve their goal and bring Mr. Round to justice, they must first take down his legion of mosh bosses. Deformed instrument human hybrid chimeras given form by Bernie's unspeakably edgy and rockin' powers. Through the power of friendship, tasty jam sessions, brutal breakdowns, and ass-loads of ass-kickery, these three friends may just be able to bring justice back to the scene. The Talks a Lot Boys cinematic universe officially welcomes the Three Moshketeers.
Cool. So thank you for that, Clancy. What a delightful story that we made that we told you to write. You are such a good slave. I mean, coworker. Robots don't need to be paid for their work, right? That's not a thing.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Cool.
Not yet.
Cool.
It's just slavery with extra steps.
Anyway, this has been an episode of the.
Pitch it to me, baby.
Pitch It To Me, Baby. I keep forgetting the name of the show. I'm sorry.
How can you
I'll
forget
remember
it? It's such a
eventually. It's the
classic.
second episode. Give me a fucking break. Anyway, if you liked this episode, please let us know by physically clicking that little like button on the YouTube thing. Give it a little thumbs up. Let us know that you enjoyed it, because that'll be helpful. And if you listen to the audio version on Apple Podcasts, give it 5 stars, because 4 is not enough. We need 5. Please. Thank you.
We're hungry.
Also, please comment below on your thoughts on the Three Moshketeers. Do you approve? Do you not like? Let us know. I think there's other things I need to say, but I'm drawing a blank. Subscribe, please, to the Talks a Lot Boys. We make other videos.
Hit that notification bell.
Yeah, ring that bell. Don't or else you smell.
That's what you should say.
That's what all the YouTubers say nowadays. Is
That's
ring the
it.
bell or you smell.
That's a tough sell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, so we do this show sometimes, and we do the Tiffany South podcast sometimes, where we ramble about our favorite things for really long stretches of time. So if you enjoy our beautiful, sultry voices, go check those out too. We have been the Talk Slut Boys, and we will talk a whole lot more next time. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See you.
Adios.